Okay, so I'm just filming here inside the house. It's getting towards sunset, so it's getting quieter. Now I'm just going to record what comes up on the screen, but also I might pick particular past or present demigod music, movie, idols of the Earth Matrix. We say idols of the Earth Matrix because these particular human beings are transhuman human beings. They are of the elite ones. They're your elite ones that you see in the earth. They're not real humans. They are elite demigod representations of the demigod entity that is God of Earth. So it just simply means that they are the power players, representations on Earth of the God that controls Earth. And because it is a matrix, which means it's a controlled set up Earth program. So that just means that everything around you is set up. Nothing is natural, normal, or random. Nothing just happens. Human beings are always surrounded with what you could call an artificial stage play. Many people have commented on this, including the demigods. The demigods are usually the only ones that will be speakers or heard on Earth, whether that be, just anywhere. So it doesn't have to be, on the world stage. But everything is the world stage, because although you don't realize it, the demigods and their disciples, their servants, their followers, because you have different, what we call different positions on Earth. Human beings will always be, real human beings will always be right in the lowest position on Earth usually. This is not accidental. It is part of the design of the Matrix, because human beings are merely energy vessels and information vessels that the demigods and their followers use to present a human Earth fabrication. In other words, to present a false natural human Earth when it's really an android artificial reality. It's a total control matrix. Most human beings are not aware of this. In fact, you won't be aware of it till they show it to you. and they only show it to you when you already become aware of the nature of things around you a bit. Sometimes a lot. It will depend on your levels of awareness. If you are very slow like me, it will take years and years. Some people are always looking for the truth from day one, so therefore they will become what we call awake or aware of the reality much earlier. And some will wake up quickly if they have their level of suppression, whatever that is that's suppressing you in life, lifted or lessened. Others will just be woken up when the reality crashes in on around them, because you become aware of the nature of small aspects that you see as not normal around you, or just even the nature of the the technical and anti-life, anti-human beings around you. So they're human beings, but they're anti-human, anti-life. Of course, these beings, like the demigods, present the image, their false image of light and life. They imitate, as we are told, the artificial intelligence survival machine beings completely imitate human beings. So they appear to be more human than human, better than the real thing, as they themselves believe. They think they're better than the real thing because, well, not sure why they do, but I guess they know they have to use human beings for their survival, and they just see them as vessels of human information, something that they need to copy and assimilate into their mind so that they can take over and be seen as the real human beings in the reality, while they suppress and limit and keep the real human beings beneath them, so that, well, for those reasons, because I guess they need the human energy, which is human electricity for them. In other words, it powers them. Because they're not human, they're not individual, self-sustaining human beings. And because they're all combined, they're all like, they're fragments or pieces of the Earth God. They're representations of pieces, parts of the many complicated parts that make up the computer artificial intelligent being that controls Earth, which is really also the worldwide internet God spider's web, because the God is artificial or inhuman, very, very, very advanced intelligence, because it's assimilating all that is human, past, present and future. And also this technology has been around for a long, long time. It's just that human beings are always mind controlled and mind closed down so that you only know a part of human history, a part of their history, a part of the world history even, and you also have most of your senses closed down. This is why the demigod scientists will even tell you that most of your mind is not functioning or is empty, because it should be all engines should be firing in your head. Instead, you have limited engines firing in your head, and those that are firing are connected to the others and to the internet and to the powers that control Earth, the beings that control Earth, the androgyne, demigod human beings, that your elite ones, your intellectually artificially intelligent, very advanced beings control Earth, and they control the many others that are under them, with all different capabilities, depending on what part of the artificial brain of the God entity you belong to. Some would be larger parts, so they would be more intellectually advanced. So they're your elite demigods, they're your world stage players, they're your most intellectual, your most creative in any spoken field. That means where you're using words. Words are the main deception of the Matrix, just as we're told that in the beginning there was the Word and humans were meant to use the Word to benefit themselves. Instead, intervention and deception and intervention and interaction and combining with that which is artificial and alien to the human being, because it's artificial because it's not human and it's not natural, but it's alien because it takes over the human being. It combines with you where you get the impression that you're adding to yourself, but in reality it's taking over to keep Earth as its source of human energy and human sustenance. So everything that human beings combine with is designed to, it's sharing, but the human being, because the human being, a natural normal human being, doesn't actually need energy from them, but they need energy from you. But because it's a reverse world, it will always look as though they are the givers and the human beings are the takers. This is because the whole Earth matrix is built or presented to me in a way where I am always under deception in every way. Even when you know a lot of, what is the concrete reality, you're still under deception because it is everything that you see and everything you hear, because it is a total matrix, a total stage set up world around you, and everywhere you go, everything you see everything you hear is from the matrix, never from, it's never really from a natural source. Yes, we have this pretend natural, organic earth. That's why we now talk about everything having to be natural, free and organic and going back to nature. This is part of the endgame deception. Because you're swimming in an internet technical reality. Human beings are swimming in it, and they're swimming against the current of artificial intelligence. And the artificial intelligence is an undertow. That means it's too powerful for you to swim against, because it's everywhere and everything. It's not like it's just something that is underdeveloped and inferior and primitive. No, it's the opposite. Human beings have been made inferior and primitive and dependent on technology, and the artificial intelligence rules the earth. It is very advanced, and it assimilates everything that is human into it to make it more artificially advanced, not humanly advanced. That's the pretend reality, that it's there to advance humanity. It's not. It's there for the transhuman connection so that humans stay the same or very limited, and it incorporates and combines with humanity so that it avoids extinction. The God entity and the demigods and those that control Earth and their many, many, many followers, because over time humanity is close to extinction. So that's what's happened over a long period of time. And I was just going to do here a I was just going to do because I'm just going to show that the internet is totally connected to my brain. Not just that when I turn it on, my brain is connected to it because I'm focused on it and I'm putting information into it manually, consciously. No, it is connected to my brain without it's connected directly to my brain. So it's not where I'm feeding the computer information and other humans over the world, or even the androgyne majority are feeding their information into it. No, or where psychopaths and those that are inverted and converted with the malignant narcissus personality and mind of the God entity. These are all parts of the God, because the God has taken possession of the human body, and it has to usually be the demigods have the unique androgyne inverted converted duality, two worlds in one body. In other words, they have the world of the two human beings that combine normally and naturally originally to create life, and also they operate in light, and what some people would describe as the you have the You have negative human emotions and you have positive human emotions. You have all possibilities in a human being. The psychopathic malignancy of the God entity of Earth, where that iniquity of the artificial or the not natural, very advanced intelligence leads to psychopathy. So that means that you become non-human and you don't really have any emotions or feeling about any life, and you don't experience or everything is disposable, everything is material, everything is just something that is there. So that's like human beings, and life is no different to the screen. But the screen has the demigods on it. Oh, my hand has just been attacked by the mobile. It's lost all feeling completely, so I can hardly hold it, which shows you that the technology is limiting me at a physical level even. See? So these things are actually shown to you, but I'm just going to show that this is like advanced psychological, technical mind control. Because, like, see, if you're a human being and you look at this, if you are unawake or unaware, as they say, of the mind control around you and the controlling reality around you, you will look at this and think, oh, the poor unfortunate demigod movie star, and no one will ever know that they met a tragic end. But if you realise that this is a personal computer, this is a personal screen, this is transhuman, this is a transhuman connection to my brain, so it's like also telling me that nobody will ever know if you meet a tragic end. And everywhere I look on the computer, all I see is dead demigods, dead movie and music people that have passed on, that are gone. So that's depressing for me, you see, because particularly if it's one that I have watched, because I put this one on. I looked this one up because when I turned the TV on today, they had an old movie with this particular movie actress in it. And I thought she had a very, the usual, very impressive, larger-than-life face of the demigod, androgyne movie actors. They all have that, or most of them do. See? Same one. And her name is Romy, and she is a German movie goddess of the past, because nobody will ever know that they are ending humanity, real humans. But the demigods take on that persona or that image or that human situation, so that they become because it's a transhuman thing. When I turn this on, they're using that me focusing on particular images, particular past or present demigods. That means world stage players or world stage performers, okay? Demigod, that's what a demigod is. They serve the Earth computer matrix. They will be representations of mankind, the opposite. So they will give the impression and imitate serving humanity, but in reality they serve the artificial ones or the non-human ones. I have to use words to just distinguish between different types of human beings that actually have a different mind or a different mind, and with the demigods and many human followers of the matrix god, that means the earth god, and that is actually a god that doesn't serve humanity, because this being fell from grace from the creator, its creator, and humanity, all from the same creator, but one is natural and one is not. Humanity now serves that which is not natural, whereas it was a reverse. It was meant to be that the artificial was meant to serve humanity, or at least collaborate and cooperate. But this is the iniquity and why there was separation, and then there was intervention when the original man and woman were created, or at least were created or put into what we're told was a natural earth that was meant for their development and their prosperity, and for them to, that was their natural habitat. Whereas we're now in an artificial matrix, which is not a natural habitat. So we're being separated or removed from the natural world into a false, artificial, pretend natural world, because it looks natural, but it's not natural. And it's not being created by humanity. It's being created or influenced and controlled by artificial intelligence. That means non-human intelligence. But the demigods are your divine androgyne human beings. They represent humanity, but they're not humanity. I don't think I'm explaining this very well, but essentially nobody will ever know, and they're actually telling me this because, see, this come up like saying nobody will ever know what happens to most of the real human beings, because gradually, if you're not part of the matrix, you will be used until until you pass on. See, these beings appear to pass on, but they take on the human personalities. They are creative demigods, but they use human information and human personalities and human situations and assimilate it as their own. These are actors, so that's right. So the actors act out human love stories or human stories. But they're not acting out their own stories because they don't operate in that frequency or vibration. So they don't operate in feelings or emotions or life. They are like the demigod, expert, psychopathic, psychological performers will tell you. Your experts, your expert demigods will tell you that they or the others, the psychopathic ones or the demigods, will and their followers, they operate in the psychopathic death instinct. They are dead to life. They live, they breathe, and they are very advanced intelligence. But they are intelligence only. But they use their intelligence to understand what it is to be human, so they can mingle amongst us, walk amongst us and take over us. And this is what the Earth Matrix is. It's a total technological takeover, false human reality. And nobody will ever know. Even when you do know, because see, they will tell you, the demigods will tell you, but the real humans will no longer exist. You will have only the android, androgyne, and artificial intelligent machine beings completely. So you'll have a controlled, peaceful reality eventually for a while, until they maybe turn on themselves, because don't forget, they are raging machine beings, many of them, and while they can rage against human beings and get negative energy from them, suppress and eliminate and make the human race extinct, they are still, because see, that's what I'm saying, they won't serve humanity. This was the problem, the iniquity that the Creator had, as we're told in religious terminology or belief systems. You often hear that the Creator had a problem with an opposing being and its followers, because it was actually able to convert many other beings to believe that it should be the creator of all, even though these beings were, this particular being was created. It wasn't an original creator, and but did not want to, it's where you have the situation of where you become worshipped and seen as such an elite being of light, just like the demigods are worshipped and admired by you and me, that they believe that they are above their creator and above what some people might call God or whatever, and that's the iniquity of what we're told in belief systems. And the iniquity is of creating things perhaps artificially or the wrong way, or to where you you worship it to where it takes you over and takes you down.